What's up, guys? Got a video real quick. It's Wednesday. We're back at the doing the weight loss journey videos. I was asked a question. I'm gonna answer it tonight, and let's get rolling. Let's do this. What's up, guys? BigBear77 back at you with a real quick video. I had a question proposed to me a while back on a video. I have not got to that video yet, or that question yet. I kept putting it off. I'm not for sure why, but we'll get to that in just a second. I have a watch that I usually wear that keeps track of my walking, stuff like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't charge as much no more. Like the battery is terrible now on it. It's kind of not working right. So I did place an order on a new watch yesterday. It'll be here Friday. So I like to keep track of my walks. I haven't had it in a while. It's been down. That watch has. So I figure it's about time I go ahead and get me a new one anyways. So I'll be able to keep track of my walks again and my steps. So I'm excited about keeping track of the progression. Anyways, this question right here, you can see it. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to be not probably saying it word by word. But it's, can we get a Big Bear story or something like that? I think that's what it says. But anyways, on the video I got this from, I was talking about how my story started. I've mentioned that this has been a long story, a long journey. So I'm taking it that's what it means is my journey and my story, how it all started. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I know I've kind of hit on this a few times, but maybe not more in depth. I've always been a pretty big kid. As an adult, just constantly not athletic no more. In high school, I was big, but I played sports. So I played baseball and football. I love sports. But I suffered a knee injury my junior year, which forced me to my sophomore year. Forced me to miss my junior year of eligibility of high school football. But the varsity coach wanted me, so I was like, well, I could try this. I could try to come back. So I was told that I could not play my junior year. And the varsity coach said I would love you on the varsity team. I was like, okay, well, then I'm just going to go ahead and do what I can. So I went to the therapist and I said, are you sure I can't make my junior year? He goes, there's no way you cannot play football your junior year. I did not like the answer. Not at all. So what I did was I decided to take matters into my own hand, quit therapy because I know what's best for me, and decided to start doing my own therapy and get myself ready for my junior year of football. However, during that self-proclaimed genius move of mine, I ended up re-aggravating the knee and severely hurting it. And that was it. No more football. It was all over. And now I was only missing my junior year, which was what was originally planned. I was going to be missing my senior year too. And I had aggravated a few times after that too, so there was no way I was coming back. So I did do the athletic thing. I support thing of the team. I started working as a team manager, pretty much taking all the equipment in, really just helping out with the team. But my football day was over. I was done, and that's how I felt. Now, could I have possibly got strength back in my knee, stayed healthy enough, and I was healthy back then. I didn't have no health issues. Could I get that fixed? Yes. But when I heard that I wasn't going to be able to play high school ball no more, I went into depression and it was over for me. I did not come back. So I let myself go and I started eating what I wanted to. I stopped exercising. I stopped going out walking and running. I used to jog And, as a big guy, it's hard to jog. But I used to jog. My coaches would always brag about, he's like, you know what? You running backs, why is a lineman beating you in our running exercises? Why is a lineman running and not walking a whole 100 yards and giving it his all to go 100 yards? Why? And, because that was who I was. That's how dedicated I was. And to have that happen, and it was all over. So, like I said, I stopped exercising. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped everything. I started eating fast food. I started eating what I wanted. I was going to the store, getting me the sugary products, the chips. I didn't care. I was done. I was eating bags of Doritos like crazy. Some of you have heard my story that I was up to by the time I quit drinking soda, I was up to 7 to 8 2 liters a day. Yeah, I was spending, a lot of people spend money on drugs or alcohol. I was spending my money on Dr. Pepper, and it was destroying my life. Well, fast forward to when I got to Arizona, I had a really bad heat stroke up in Phoenix. And I started having constant heat strokes. I started having dehydration problems. Arizona is just a different place, okay? Florida too. I lived there. Had issues there too. But in Arizona, I was getting dehydrated a lot and having heat strokes. Then I started having mini strokes. Which the way it was explained to me, a mini stroke is a sign of that the big one could be coming anytime. That's scary to hear that, but that's how it was described to me. And it was difficult because I would lose ability to speak. I still have issues, like there's times where I'll kind of could feel wetness right here where I drooled a little bit because I don't feel it coming out. It's hard. And there's times where I'll stutter because of the after effects. I still shake. So I still have issues from it, but I started having those. And then one Wednesday night I was in church and I was sitting there during service and I'm having bad chest pains. And I went back to the back and sat down, and the pastor came back there and was talking to me, and I did not want to go to the hospital. If you guys know anything about Big Bear, I may act like I'm a tough guy, but when it comes to doctors and needles, I can't stand them. Well, number one, I don't trust doctors too much, but like needles and stuff, no way. So I usually try to avoid the hospital as best as I can. Unfortunately, it's not always possible. So I told the pastor I wasn't going to go. I'm going to go home and I'm just going to rest. Well, he had some really bad concern for me because I was a little pale. I looked a little clammy. He said, I want you to go in, please, for me. So I did. We ended up becoming good friends because of it, because he stayed on the phone with me all night making sure I was okay. But I heard the doctors talking, and the doctor was talking to me and said, it's possible that I may be having heart issues, and I heard the word heart attack, and it scared me. I was laying there in bed, and I had tears in my eyes, and I looked down, and I see all these wires all over the place. I see all these machines around me, and I don't care who was in the room. I was looking at them. I saw wires and machines, and I realized something's got to change. And that's the day I decided to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. I decided to stop drinking all that soda because it was hard. It was a hard decision too, but laying there in that bed was difficult. Looking around was difficult. Then looking at my wife's eyes was difficult. Knowing that I had some babies who were looking out for me was difficult. And it was a tough moment, but I made a decision that day. It was time to make a change. I did go on keto, and I credit keto for helping me lose the first 100. At that moment, when I was laying there in the hospital bed, when I saw the scale, I was at 620 pounds. 620 pounds. So I knew time needed change. So I cut a lot of things out of my life, started walking more, trying to move around more, trying to be active more. That's how it all started. Today I am 465 pounds. I've lost over 155 pounds, and I'm not the same person I was back then. I don't do the same things. I don't eat the same stuff. I don't drink the same stuff. I don't do that stuff no more. I have grown as a human. I don't do keto no more because at some point it stops. You cannot lose weight on it. It's not sustainable. So I changed my diet and I just eat healthier now. I'm excited because I'm on. They do have me on a somewhat of a high protein diet right now, so I do a lot of workouts with it. But I am a lot better. I am a lot healthier. I'm able to move a little better. I'm able to go outside and play basketball. In fact, yesterday I went outside and worked all day long outside. So I'm seeing new things happening in my life, and I'm going to continue to go. I want to get to that 400 pound, and then I'll start the next goal to get to that 300 pound. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready to see all this weight drop and finally feel healthy and finally feel good about myself. But that's how the story started. It really started back when I was playing football in high school, and I lost that ability to play football and stay athletic. I couldn't play baseball or nothing. I was done and in pain all the time. So I'm still in pain, but I'm moving forward. I'm a lot better. It's not hurting as bad. I'm having back pains, but that's because I've carried this weight around for so long. Once this weight comes off, I know I'll feel a whole lot better. So I know I can do it, so I know you can do it too. If you're out there watching right now and you're trying to lose weight, I believe in you, and I know you can do it. Hook up with me, send a message down below, comment down below, or whatever. If you do your own videos about losing weight, send a comment down below. I would love to connect with other people and encourage through messages, whatever it may be. I would love to be able to encourage others while they encourage me, and maybe become accountability and work together. So, love you guys. I'm going to get on out of here, but that is my story. I hope that answers your question. But yeah, thank you guys once again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to get on out of here. This is actually one of my longer videos, but I wanted to really tell you guys how the Big Bear story started. God bless you guys. Catch you guys on the next one. We'll catch you later. I hear noise in the background, so I'm going to get on out of here. Peace.